Do you see Mark Ellis with U of L trying to get in? Said he was having some issues.
See that.
Let me text.
We haven't seen him yet, but tell him to try again and we'll admit it. How's everybody doing this evening? Welcome.
Good.
Doing great.
We're glad that you all were able to join us, and thank you for bearing with us as we're getting everything set up on this end. I mentioned this earlier, but this is actually our first hybrid event where we have some people in person and some people online. So we very much appreciate your patience with us as we're getting everything sorted out on the back end. A lovely day in person. Are we supposed to come on in? Yes, a lot of people are online and some in person, so you're very welcome. Come on in. Okay, thank you.
Made it worse.
All right. Well, we would like to welcome everyone for coming out, and as well as joining us virtually for our networking to level up with the West End Business Association, as well as with the Minority Contractors Association of Kentuckiana. We're looking to just find some great tools from these two organizations. Definitely the interest for you guys to join, but also definitely finding skills and ways that we can best network as a business community here in Louisville and the West End to build up our local economy, and definitely when it comes particular to our local contractors, definitely building a good ecosystem for our local contractors for new bid opportunities, new growth opportunities, and wealth building opportunities. The Plan Room is a business accelerator primarily targeting minority businesses in the construction industry. We were established in response to the One West Young Entrepreneurs Committee, which we're meeting with young entrepreneurs in the community, definitely pre-COVID on a monthly basis here at the One West office. And we had on average 20 to 30 young entrepreneurs to come and convene with us. And often when we say young, we don't necessarily mean young in age, we just mean young in experience in business. And through that, many of the individuals who participated with us were involved in either in the residential or commercial construction. And then we thought the development of the plan would be a great way to be able to coordinate and help our local Black contractors build up their businesses and wealth opportunities, as well as the workforce, and providing new opportunities for our young folks as well. The Plan Room is actually have an actual office at 1815 West Broadway, a physical space that provides education and training and mentorship, as well as professional services for our clients. We're primarily targeting on capacity building and providing direct services to our clients, as well as being a centralized hub for resources for minority contractors. And in particular, we do have a special program through our plan, through the Plan Room. It's called the BIM training program, but that's particularly targeted individuals interested in new pathways in the area of architectural engineering and design in the construction fields. We have through our training, we have a computer lab that provides training, which we're started with our BIM training with the use of our computer lab and great resources that are provided through that. And we also provide co-working spaces for our clients. So definitely many of our clients may be just, mom and pop, or just, a handyman with a truck, and so sometimes they may need some space to do some administrative work. So the Plan Room will provide space for that. And what a good benefit that we've thankful to Lynn Imaging Printing to provide us wide format blueprint printer that will allow for us to do blueprint printers for our contractors where they can better assist them in their bidding and processes as well. The overall objective and outcomes of the plan room is to build a capacity building and job creation for our small and minority contractors, provide sustainability for our entrepreneurial community, encouraging joint ventures and partnerships amongst our clients to land bigger projects and more wealth building projects, and establish a real strong resource pipeline for our contractors, for those who are looking for opportunities, and for individuals outside looking for contractors to connect with for new opportunities. We're looking to serve as a hub and resource for that. And overall, the overall goal for the plan room is basically to increase opportunities, to increase income and revenue growth for our clients. The plan room team includes myself, Donovan Taylor, and I serve as the manager of the plan room. I come with a legal and business background and a year's experience in both nonprofit and the private sector. We have John Hilliard, who's our construction manager, that will provide our clients with construction technical assistance. Thankfully, we have our Ms. Emily Dixon. I think to change that, she is newly married, so she's no longer Emily Vitale, but she is our business director, and she is awesome. And then we also have Ching Pang, who's our intern, who provides us with technical assistance and definitely in database creation. So to give us strong, outcomes and data so we can make sure that we're doing right for our clients. And overall, when the clients come in with the plan room, we first will assist them with our technical assistance, seeing where their business currently stand, what internal controls that they need to improve their businesses and, in their overall business goals and needs, and finding resources and plans to align them to meet those particular needs and goals. And through that, we also have a construction technical assistant with John Hilliard, who definitely will work with our clients on definitely construction management and skills, definitely bidding opportunity, and then definitely identifying what certifications that they may need to definitely to improve their businesses, and also land contracts that are best in line with their businesses. And some of that requires certain certifications. We're also working with mentoring and networking, as this here today, networking opportunities for new business growth, as well as working with senior professionals in the industry to provide good mentorship for our clients as well. And overall, many of our clients, as we said, need professional services, and so we're building a good professional service network for our clients, and definitely we either provide those services for low cost or free. I definitely just want to make sure that our clients can have resources that are obtainable and accessible. And as we said, the overall goal of the plan room is to build a strong ecosystem for our local Black contractors here in the Louisville market, and to build a very strong regional market, and therefore that we can also have success with building contracts within the regional market, but also make our minority contractors attractive outside the market as well. And our services and workshops, we are all planned through kind of a strategic process. We have business and procurement opportunity connections with, and so we had one with a webinar with connecting with our procurement partners. So we're very intentional on working with our local, public and state agencies on finding ways that we can best find procurement opportunities and equitable procurement opportunities for our clients. And networking and labor force solutions and conflict resolution, capacity building through technology, financing, as well as we're working with the University of Louisville of kind of a specialized project management program for our small contractors. And as I mentioned earlier, we have one program through the plan room that targets only individuals, and that's our building information modeling training program. It is a 14-week program. This is our first cohort for this program. We're like, I believe, 3 or 4 weeks into the program. It's going very, very well, and we're just very, very excited about this opportunity that could build a new pathways for individuals to get into the engineering and architectural side of construction, which has had lacked diversity for many, many years now. So we're just trying to find innovative ways to increase diversity within those particular sectors of construction industry. And now we will begin with our networking session. This particular session is particularly geared towards just really building a network. I think, is very beneficial, and I've learned through my professional experience and community organizing work that communities and areas that have organized and effective business associations oftentimes those businesses fare well in the market as compared to those who do not. And so building and establishing a good network system here, as well as a good business association here in West Louisville, will be critical and beneficial in improving the local economy here in the West End and the overall global market. And we are so thankful for our panelists that have joined us today. Our first panelist is going to be Ms. Ann Hagan-Grisby. She is the CEO of Park Duval and also one of the founding members of the West End Business Association. And so thankful to have her to bring her skills and expertise and encouragement to our business community. And we also have Mr. Eddie Dunn, who is of Destiny Communications and also a founding member of the Minority Contractors Association of Kentuckiana. And he comes with a wealth of, energy and experience that I think will be beneficial on leading the efforts for our minority contractors. And so I will pass this on to Ms. Ann Hagan-Grisby. And you can begin. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Can you all hear me now?
Yes, I can.
I feel like an old Sprint commercial, but the colors are right for that. But thank you all so much for inviting me to be here with you tonight. This is a very important program that's being provided in our West End. The West End, you're saying, well, why is a health center involved in the West End Business Association? And even though I'm the CEO of Park Duval Community Health Center, we are also a business. We don't have magic money. We have to operate like any other business does. And even though we do get some federal subsidies, the majority of our revenue comes from having a good business model. And one of the things we found is that many smaller businesses or some new entrepreneurs don't have the resources and skill sets that they need, even though there are resources available in our community. So we looked at the possibility of opening up something called the West End Business Association. So you can go to the next slide. Or I can go to the next slide. So what is WEBA? We call it WEBA, the West End Business Association. We're going to be a 501c3 nonprofit. It's still pending. The IRS, the grind slowly, so we're working on getting that resolved. But we want to promote the economic growth in Louisville's West End and work with businesses to advocate for growth and development. The founding members, you can see our mixed bag of individuals with expertise in a variety of areas. Cyprian Okiki is the co-chair and founding member, and I'm the other co-chair, and then you can see we have large corporations represented like Brown-Forman, we have an attorney, we have a vice president of a bank, we have a small business owner, a CEO, and of course we have One West. And we're all working together to try to make sure that businesses in the West End, minority and otherwise, all have access to resources that they may not know about. I find that there are a lot of resources available that you'll miss the opportunity if you don't hear about it. So we can look at being potentially a clearinghouse to put all the information together in one place where if you need assistance, resources, support, or other information, you can go there and look up the right person and the right organization to provide that for you as a business in the West End of Louisville. We can go to the next slide. We want to meet the needs of businesses in the West End of Louisville. We're not trying to take anybody else's job because there are a lot of organizations that have been operating in the West End for many, many years and who provide opportunities for education and training, business activities, business interests of its members. But one place that can coalesce them all together would be advantageous. So then I wouldn't have to look to see who's having an event this week, or who is going to be doing something next month that I might need to know about, because we can provide all that information in one place. So we're going to make sure that we have opportunities to network and share information together as well, and conduct public advocacy and public relations activities, increase our purchasing power, and participate in community events. The public advocacy is very important, mainly because sometimes it feels like, at least for me, in being in the West End, that sometimes we're the tail trying to wag a big dog. And so we need to be involved in what's going on in our community that impacts our community from the beginning, and know when those opportunities to interact come about. Go to the next slide. So the membership benefits are advocacy, education, networking, and focused on West End businesses. Now, the cost for membership is only $10. And everyone said, well, why did we even do a cost for the first year? Mainly because we wanted everyone to realize that, there is value to it. But we don't want to price it out of anyone's range, and give you opportunities to gain the information you need to be successful, to grow your business, and to share your knowledge base with other people. This has a link here how you can join WEBA, and it's a form that if you go there, or you can go to our WEBA Facebook page and join there as well.
And I've posted that link in the chat for those of you who are online. And if you're here in person, we'll be sharing all the slides and contacts after the webinar as well. So.
And we know that there are, a variety of business accelerator opportunities available. However, we were fortunate that GLI also said, we want to work with you to give you an opportunity to invest in West End businesses. So GLI has offered a business builder level membership, which has cost-saving programs, investor benefits, marketing and advertising, economic development, advocacy, and help with talent and workforce development. It's a $595 value, but if you join WEBA for $10, then you get that membership free. Someone from WEBA would contact you after you've joined to tell you how to access the GLI Business Builder membership. You don't want to go on the GLI website, because then it'll ask you for $595, but we will notify you personally once you join WEBA how to access this benefit free of charge. Okay, we can go to the next slide. So we want to participate in community events, establish relationships with West End businesses, and conduct community outreach. We want to proactively work with the government and community leadership, develop close ties with our West End delegation, the Louisville Metro government and Metro Council, and host meet and greet with community leaders. Right now during this era of COVID and our COVID pandemic, because it has not ended as well, it's coming kind of back full force again with this new Delta variant. Many of these meet and greets might have to be virtual meet and greets instead of in-person ones, but we still want to host that kind of opportunity, and to make sure that the West End delegation and the Metro government know what we're trying to do in the West End of Louisville, and be an advocate for Louisville's West End business community. Next item. We want to connect with other businesses through quarterly networking events, and then we want to have an annual community service events where we all work together to do something that benefits the community in which we're operating. West Louisville is a large community. It's a bunch of small neighborhoods, but each neighborhood has unique perspectives and unique needs that we can work together to assist, because we want the community, the residential community, and the rest of the business community to know that we're all working together to improve and to create opportunities within the West Louisville area. So in the West End, not just business opportunities, but as you grow your business, you have job opportunities for individuals, you have research and other kinds of opportunities. So we make sure that's available and that people know that those opportunities do exist for them. We want to collaborate as well with agencies and businesses to hold workshops on human resources, legal, finance, public speaking, bid preparation, and partnerships with SBDC, CBA, Metro Government, SCORE, and more. There are groups that are doing that, so we can connect you to the people who already have those resources available for you. We want a partnership with Tri-State Minority Development Councils and other technical assistance providers. We've also recently developed a partnership with Bellarmine University. They said that they want opportunities for their students to be able to work with West End businesses. So I've actually asked for Park Duval for accounting students to come in and help us develop a perpetual inventory for our pharmacy department. But the West End Business Association is looking at, making a robust website, but Bellarmine students have said they can come in and help with that as well at no cost. And they're willing to work with any WEBA member organization. And we can explain to you after you become a member how to join with the Bellarmine to find the student interns and student volunteers at no cost to you who can assist you with whatever business challenges or resources you might need. Next slide, please. That went pretty fast. This is how to contact us. Also, you can, the best way is through our email, louisville.weba@gmail.com, but you can contact us on our Facebook page. You can also contact us by the telephone call, and the website is coming soon. But if you join, Cyprian or I are going to make a personal handshake with you. We're going to call you personally to welcome you to WEBA and talk about what kinds of things you might need and find the resources you need in order to be successful, grow your business, and network with other businesses in the West End. Thank you very much for allowing me to come and talk with you.
Thank you so very much, Ms. Ann Grisby. I definitely would like to, at this time, if anyone will have any questions directed towards regarding WEBA, we can accept those at this time, but we also have a Q&A at the end. But any questions for Ms. Ann Grisby?
What's the footprint as far as a business goes that can join WEBA?
The footprint in terms of the West End neighborhoods, the traditional West End neighborhoods, including Portland, and I don't know if I can name all 9 of them. Portland, Park Duval, Chickasaw, Shawnee. We also included Algonquin and Hallmark. Algonquin and Hallmark. And let me see.
I think California and
Russell and Park Hill, of course. And if I left someone out, I can send you that information. We have a WEBA brochure that lists all the different neighborhoods. And then, there are some areas that are kind of West End adjacent, but if you support the mission of promoting economic growth in Louisville's West End, we welcome you to join, even if you're on the south side, where you're not exactly in the West End, because some of the resources that we would have availability to would be for individuals outside of the West End as well as within the West End.
Okay, that's great.
All right, thank you. Well, Ms. Grisby, if you can stay on with us, if you have any questions after Mr. Dunn's presentation, I greatly would appreciate that.
Oh, I'm definitely going to stay on because I always have trouble finding minority contractors when I'm building buildings. I'm building one right now, tearing one down and building one out on Bardstown Road. And I already have a contractor for it, but I am retiring at the end of this year. So whoever the new CEO is needs to be able to network and find minority contractors for our construction projects.
That's good. That's good to hear. I actually worked on the big hospital down off of I think is Algonquin many years ago. Yeah. Well, my name is Eddie Dunn. I'm the president CEO of Destiny Communications. I'm also president of the Minority Contractors Association. I've been in construction for about 20 years now. And technology is my primary area of new construction or any construction actually, and existing clientele as well. Recently, we just started the association in November. We filed the paperwork. We're working towards our 501c6. We wanted that designation for the advocacy and the ability to advocate for officials and support those officials that are going to support our agenda. We have a lot of the same objectives and agenda as WEBA, so it's good to hear that those agendas, I can almost say ditto for almost everything that WEBA stands for, what they're doing outside that we are construction, and our footprint is our membership is statewide and Southern Indiana membership. As we're a small community, as Ann has mentioned, finding us is a challenge. So that was one of the call for the association, is that we needed to create an organization that would compile a database and that would be proactively marketing itself and its members to procurement personnel. Our objectives and purposes are networking, business development, forming procurement partnerships such as with Park Duval, U of L, and other entities. So we're working behind the scenes on that and building those relationships and getting an idea. One of the things we have to do is research those procurement departments, how they operate, and how we can improve the MBE spend within those organizations. So we're forming those partnerships with them. We also provide mentorship with our members, those up and coming, even existing like myself. I need resources and mentorship that are outside of my current offering within house. So we pursue those resources and mentorship scenarios with those resources, whether it be like a One West or another majority contracting firm or legal things. We have specific needs in our field of choice, which is construction, that are, as far as accounting and legal, you just can't find, you can't go to anyone. They do have to understand the construction world. So we do look for those business resources as well and tie our contractors to those resources. As I mentioned, networking is probably our biggest key factor. We wanted to connect with our minority contractors within because quite frankly, we just don't know who's all out here doing construction that are minority contractors. So we're hoping that this is a landing place for those contractors to join and to network. And we also want to network outside of the organization with large majority firms and the procurement departments. Ultimately, our goal is to build stronger contractors that have more capacity and to develop their businesses so that we can increase the overall opportunities for them and increase the spend within our community to minority contractors. There's several chapters of MCAK, or Minority Contract Association Kentuckiana, nationwide. There is a national chapter as well. We're not technically have affiliated ourselves with them yet. We have spoken to them about what being being a member of the National Association would be and what they offer. But I think currently we feel like we can grow the organization and do our mission separately, but they have acknowledged us as an organization. Our current board of directors is myself as president, John Hilliard is vice president. I know you've seen that name twice now, but John is a very knowledgeable project construction manager. And John was brought down here from Ohio to be the project exec on the Muhammad Ali Center, and we decided to keep him here. So he brings a vast knowledge and skill within construction, and he's here to help and mentor as well. That's something that he really enjoys. We also have Yahara, with Strategic Alliance. She has a company that offers services to assist contractors in managing projects and to be a resource to contractors within our organization, MCAK. She brings a wealth of knowledge within construction, contracting, and also being able to reach out to the community and bring in additional minority contractors. She's definitely helped us connect with a lot of the, we call ourselves a Black and Brown organization, but she's definitely been a big help in bringing the brown, which is the Hispanic companies into our membership. And everyone's benefited by being able to do business with one another already. We've already been doing referrals and have done business internally with contractors. So we just looking to grow that both the Black and the Brown membership. Juan Robinson is our secretary. He's with 7 p.m. I don't know if most of you all probably have heard the 7 p.m. name, but they've been in the community for a long time, doing outreaches and also strategically working with procurement departments to bring more MBE participation. Currently, our address is 2028 West Broadway, Suite 4. So we are a West End organization and association, and we strategically pursued that with all the activities and all the positive things we wanted to be housed and located in the West End. As this organization gets stronger and more viable, we want that to be another win for the West End. Our email address is info@mcakyin.org. We do have a new website that is up and running. There are some tweaks that need to be done, but you're more than welcome to go check out our website. But we do have a couple of tweaks that I'm going to be working with the developers on. Our membership currently is it's $100 annually for a subcontractor and $200 for a general contractor. We do have sponsorship opportunities available. We do have a few sponsors currently that have already committed early on to our site. Those are, let me see who 7 p.m. Strategic Alliance. Obviously, One West has committed early on to our organization, supporting us with our objectives and goals. Sherwin-Williams and the Patriot Group, which is an insurance company that has committed to sponsoring the organization. We are open to more sponsors of those folks who are not necessarily contractors, but they want to support our objectives and goals and want to network, may want to have access to our membership. Other than that, I'd like to share maybe a couple success stories. We've currently have had 3, within the past 2 months, we've had 3 or 4 inquiries from developers that are developing within the West End that had stated that they specifically wanted to try to utilize as many MBE contractors as possible. So we've given them access to our database, and we will be following up with how many were able to receive contracts within. And I also know that one of our members has received or will be receiving a contract with One West with some properties. Does anyone have any questions at this time for MCAK?
We did have a question come in the chat.
Mhm.
Alicia would like to know if she is actively trying to be a GC, should she pay for the sub membership first or the GC membership?
The GC is going to give you access to all members. That would be the way I would go. And then, you know, we in no way want to keep any members from any opportunities. We can always, you know, work through that. But ultimately, the plan is because we are going to have large GCs, they're not going to be minority status. They will have a different rate. But, you know, that we've gotten many inquiries about that as well. But the GC membership, ultimately, the way that the site will work will give you access to all the members. It'll give you additional general contractors and also subcontractors.
Excellent. We had one other question as well from Anne. She wanted to know, do you have a list of minority contractors and subcontractors that could be shared with businesses hoping to provide construction bid opportunities or who have small renovation projects?
Absolutely, yeah. That's what we've done thus far with some of the developers and interested general contractors. We've been able to provide them with a list through prior to the website, a list of what trades they provide and services they provide, and we do share that with procurement departments and those interested.
So I just put in the chat, you can email Eddie at info@mcakyin.org. So mcakentuckyindiana.org to get information about that.
Thank you.
Absolutely. And what will happen is if there's an opportunity, we do post it in our opportunities as well, so all of our members can see it. So not only will you get a list of the membership, but we will post the opportunity on our opportunities tab on our website for all of our members to see.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, at this time, can we have, I guess we're going to do get some introduction from individuals who are on here outside of our panelists that were like. Who would like to introduce themselves and
maybe we can start with the folks who are here in the room, if you don't mind.
Our name is Construction MR LLC. We're actually from Cuba, and we started a framing business now here in Louisville and Indiana area. So far, we're working with 4 home builders, but we actually want to come to the West End and, you know, provide something to our community. It's great that we come from another country, and it feels awesome, and, you know, that we can get that chance to provide something to our community and, you know, give opportunities also to other people, you know, to come with us as well and be part of this amazing community. So we feel that this is home for us, and we just wanted to give it back. And, you know, thank you so much for everything that the city has been giving us to us. So trying to learn as much as we can and do some networking to see if we can increase our you know, capacity to.
Awesome. Thanks for coming and welcome to your new home.
Thank you.
My name is Yahaira Mortonio, and I'm with Strategic Alliance.
Thank you.
It's the first time that I'm here at the building, but I always participate in
Yeah. Thanks for coming.
Marco is with construction and marketing.
Okay.
Okay.
Awesome.
My name is Stella. My business name is MCAK Cleaning Service, LLC. I'm from Mexico, and I have lived in Lugo for 30 years. And I like him as I feel this is my city, my people, and I wanted to the best, and thank you for everything they do to me and my kids.
Thank you so much for coming too. Awesome. I love the diversity. All right, and we can start with our introductions with our virtual participants. I hate this how it's apart. You know, we volunteers are going to begin to call names.
Okay, this is
ahead.
Alicia Richardson. I own ARGC Construction Group. I'm originally from Cleveland, been living in Louisville for a long time now. And I started my company so I can build a legacy for my kids. But I'm happy to be here, provided the opportunity to have the invitation to even sit amongst everyone and be a part of this conversation because it's necessary. I've been in business for a year, and I can say that even though I know a lot of people, it is hard to find and be contractors. And then when you find them, it's hard to, gauge if they have everything in place to be able to get, to work with you on a project. So this is like a breath of fresh air. I'm excited. And a little bit about my company. We do houses and we do small commercial projects. And my brother just got here from Atlanta. He's an electrician. He's bilingual. So that also helps with the barrier that we was having sometimes on site and everything. So we're just excited to collaborate with whomever in reference to changing the way people see things one project at a time. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Ms. Richardson. I would like to say she's one of our first clients of the Plan Room, and so we're so thankful for her. And I will be reaching out to you because I have a couple of certification opportunities for you, Ms. Richardson. So thank you so much for joining us today.
Great. Thank you.
Yes. I guess I'm going to start calling out people. I guess I'll start with one of our BIM students, Ms. Claudette Collins. If you could introduce yourself, I would greatly appreciate it.
I knew that was going to happen, Donovan. I knew it. My name is Claudette Collins. I am part of the BIM program, one of the first in the cohort, and I can absolutely say that I love it. I'm also a data analyst for Humana. So for me, combining my data analyst and the BIM information, which is putting things into the computer system and your drawings, we're trying to get away from paper, so everything is going to be computerized. For me, it goes hand in hand. The ultimate goal is to use my data analyst experience and combining it with the BIM experience. Over the years, I have dabbed in construction. I am like OSHA certified, manufacturing certified, lean certified. So I have a little bit of various certifications and stuff that could allow me to be in that construction arena. I've always wanted to do construction, but telling my age 29 years ago, it wasn't a great opportunity for women, especially African-American women. So it took me some time, and when the opportunity presented itself to be a part of the BIM program, I jumped on it. Very rigorous, very detailed, but I enjoy it, and I am eternally grateful for being a part of the program. Thank you, Donovan.
You're most welcome. Thank you. Who's next? Mr. Russell?
Yes, I'm Lamont Russell with Satport Contracting LLC. Small construction company, growing very fast. We are at this time operating sort of as a general contractor because I have about 32 years experience in multiple trades, but my main focus and what we're driving towards is industrial coatings, kind of a specialty aspect of painting, and that's where a lot of my background is. So I spent about 10 years on the road as a bridge painter, and I always found that I was the only person that looked like me on the job sites where I was. And I decided that when I came home that I was going to take guys from the neighborhood or women from the neighborhood who are interested in learning a very lucrative skilled trade and kind of change that. So we've really only been going for about a year now, and it's gotten really, really busy. And I am definitely looking for opportunities such as what I'm hearing described here. And I'm very, thankful for being here.
Thank you for joining us today, Mr. Russell. And I would also like to point out, I just want to point out some of our local contractors and introduce them. So, Mr. Marcus Brenton, he does very good residential work.
Was that my call to speak?
Yes, sir, it is.
Okay, so my name is Marcus Britton. I've been in this space as far as buying, hold, fix, and flip, new construction, and we also do mentorship through our program. We're just trying to grow in any way necessary. We're trying to build strong alliances with people because this is not a competition. We're trying to grow with everyone that wants to grow with us. So we have qualified electricians, roofers, framers, painters, landscapers, all those things. So we're just trying to grow our team and build something that we'll keep going. I come from the Nashville, Tennessee market, and the east end of Nashville is what the equivalent of west end of Louisville is. And I watched those properties be the slums on the front end. And now this the most expensive property you can buy right now. East end of of Nashville, Tennessee right now. They have vacant lots that's worth over $200,000 right now. 20 years ago, they would be worth $500. The exact same thing is happening right now. We're selling our grandmother's homes for pennies on the dollars. We're just selling out, and we can do better. So I'll leave it at that.
Thank you so much, Mr. Brenton. Anyone else? Ms. Wright?
Hi, Donovan, I finally made it.
Yes.
I'm Danita Wright, and I'm with several groups who are interested in cooperative developments. So I'm on here to see, to hear and get information about the contractors and maybe partner up with someone when we start our developments. Just paying attention, listening to folks that are in the contracting business on here. We believe that cooperative developments should be placed in disenfranchised areas of town because it helps the community to reinvest back into their community. And also it builds business-minded people into wanting to then own their own business, eventually own their own business, but they'll be coming from a community-owned environment. So we
Ms.
are.
Wright? Moxie, could you speak more on the grocery store co-op and that development, how that's coming about, and particularly how that you will be soon looking for contractors for that development?
Yes, there is the Louisville Community Grocers. They're called the Louisville Community Grocers. And we expect development within 2 to 3 years, start on development between 2 to 3 years. And we are looking and places it specifically in the West End area. So we're trying to find land and or building specifically in the West End area.
Awesome. Thank you so much for joining us, Ms. Wright. All right, we're coming.
Ms. Alicia, you can go ahead and speak if you'd like. Unfortunately, I can't unmute you. I can only ask you to unmute, so you might have to unmute yourself.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, great. One thing that I forgot to mention was that I have been planning to do shipping container builds single family homes with shipping containers. And I'm just throwing it out there because I don't know if any other contractors or builders or anybody in the construction field that's familiar with it or interested in it. But if that is a possibility or something, I'm going to put my email address in the chat. But that's something that we also are moving forward on as well. Okay, thank you.
No, that's awesome. Thanks for sharing that.
What was your name?
Alicia Richardson.
Thanks.
Care to introduce yourself?
Yes, my name is Angela Jackson Brown. I'm with the real estate investment group led by my son. It's a family-owned operation. We're signing in the West End as well as on both sides of the river and real estate license. And we're looking at, as well as currently, we're invested in the West End and creating a more beautiful, sustainable environment where we're not into just gentrification. That is something that we're looking at eradicating in the West End. Having lived in many areas throughout the U.S., including Florida, New York, D.C., we have seen the devastation and the effects of gentrification where our people are disenfranchised and dislocated from the areas that they have built, as well as created a family community for decades, if not centuries. So we want to be able to help be part of the solution, not add to the gentrification and the disenfranchisement of We are looking for people that have duplexes, we're in the process of buying duplexes, single-family homes, as well as working with our team of general contractors. So anyone that has electrician, plumbing, roofing, framing, all the various things. Building residential.
Thank you. This is the personal for me with our contractors and maybe a partnership and networking together for development in the West Louisville, because I'm a West Louisville resident and would like to stay, but and may want to purchase, but you don't always want to purchase a single family home as the only option. So some of our contractors can join and partner together on maybe doing some apartment condo development in West End. Will be awesome to provide various additional housing unit sources for individuals who may want to stay in the West End, but want a different type of style of housing other than a single family home. Also, but the whole point of it is definitely this particular session here, and we want to continue our session. And the whole purpose of the plan room is to network for new opportunities. And so we will definitely be sharing the information in this session out with the participants, as well as the contact information of our panelists. But we also share those who provided their emails in the chat. we will share that for, definitely to encourage you guys to greater network amongst one another. And if you have other ideas of how we can better network and service the business community here in the West End, please share that with me so I can begin to work or partner with you on that to make that happen. And definitely I definitely want to give a special thanks for those who joined us today virtually, and then a very, very special thanks for those who came out with us today. And we so greatly appreciate that. I'm just very excited about how we can begin to move forward collectively and effectively. So again, thank you guys, and you'll be hearing from me soon. And again, if you have any ideas or just innovative ways that we can improve and do better, please share so we can make that happen.
And I do want to add, I want to give a big thank you to Ann Hagan-Grisby, who has been wonderful in supporting my organization, GIVE, where we do a lot of community outreach, as well as my son, Ekundar Lomo. We had actually a listing right up the street, Broadway, that we had.
Awesome.
Yeah, that Ann was instrumental in helping bring that together.
And definitely, if you guys know, if y'all know of any minority contractors in the city, definitely push them my way to the plan room and definitely direct them to Eddie Dunn with MCAK. Again, Ms. Grisby, she's working with WEBA, and so definitely if you have just a business within the area, I think, and so WEBA's going to be open to all businesses, so definitely direct our West End businesses to WEBA so we can build a strong and effective local business association. Just from my experience in working in community and in the business community from my work in Chicago and back here, I see communities that have a strong business association have a stronger and better local economy. And so by establishing that, we provide a better economy for the West End through establishing good business networks. So thank you guys again. The ending. Thank you. Any last comments from our panelists?
This is Ann again. I just want to say hello, Angela. But there's so much more synergy in us working together as in our communities to make things grow and develop. And some of the resources that are here already, like One West and LCCC and the Urban League and West Louisville Dream Team and Noir and LEBA and AMP and Vision Russell, all working together to create this amazing energy in the West End to help us all grow and have revitalization without gentrification. I mean, I believe we can do this. I'm from Washington, D.C., and I do understand the challenges. And I really hope that this is something that we make really occur in the West End of Louisville.
Right on.
Thank you.
Thank
Yes.
you, man.
And definitely, I see us here, but I would like to give another thanks to Ms. Ann Hagan-Grisby for really making a concerted effort of trying to usher in new energy and talent within our organizations. She also works with the West Jefferson County Community Task Force, which deals with environmental issues in our community, which is as critical. And I think that all of us need to be more in tune and participate in that particular vein in our community. And so just definitely, if you know other young individuals in the community, definitely young businessmen and women and entrepreneurs, we definitely encourage you to encourage them definitely to participate and be more involved in our associations and organizations in the community as well. All right, and with that, we shall end and look out for our next session. Thank you so much.
Thanks, everyone.